Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the prophecy has returned. Once again, the media is buzzing with rumors that Kathleen Kennedy is finally, oh yes, finally stepping down as Lucasfilm El Presidente. That's right, the same woman who took Star Wars, a franchise so beloved it could quite literally put money in its sleep and managed to turn it into a flaming dumpster fire of corporate nonsense and identity politics is allegedly on her way out. You'll have to forgive me, though, if I don't start dancing in the street just yet, okay? We've heard this one before. Remember when the internet swore she was getting canned after the rise of Skywalker? Or when The Mandalorian tried to convince us that Disney still knew what they were doing, only for her to swoop in and get rid of Gina Carano for the crime of having an opinion. Oh, and let's not forget Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A film so bad it made Crystal Skull look like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yet, somehow, this woman has clung to power like a Sith Lord, feeding off the misery of the fan base. But this time, it's different. Games Radar, Screen Rant, Comic Book Movie are all now singing the same tune. Kathleen Kennedy is most definitely, certainly, gonna happen. Totally, no for real, guys. Leaving. This isn't like the last half dozen or so times. This time, it's really happening. Sure, and I'm the Queen of Sheba visiting the Queen of Naboo. Look, let's review her legendary contributions to Star Wars, shall we? Under her grand, great, and absolute wonderful leadership, we got a sequel trilogy that started with meh, then became an act of cultural vandalism that ended up with a somehow Palpatine returned thing. A Han Solo movie that lost money and no one asked for, starring a guy with the charisma of a wet paper towel. The destruction, the ruining of Luke Skywalker's legacy because strong men are scary. The creation of Rey, a protagonist so bland that even the actor seemed confused about what her character was supposed to be. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show, a show that turned one of the greatest Jedi into a depressed babysitter. Who could forget? The Acolyte, the show about lesbian space witches that, of course, had the ability to use the Force, or in their own words, the thread, to make children, before Anakin. And of course, as her grand finale, her pièce de résistance, he gave us Dildo of Destiny. Oh, sorry, I keep getting that one wrong. The Dial of Destiny, where Indiana Jones, one of the coolest, most iconic characters in film history, gets sidelined in his own movie so a smug feminist can lecture us about how men are incompetent. Bravo, Kathleen. Bravissimo. You've somehow helped make The Force Awakens look genius by comparison. So am I actually convinced she's leaving? No. Not at this point. I need a live stream resignation press conference followed by footage of her being escorted off of Lucasfilm property by a team of exacerbated security guards, all while John Williams' Imperial March blares in the background, and even then, I still have to check the building to make sure she just didn't move to a bigger office. So what do you think? Is this finally it for Kathleen Kennedy, or will she somehow return again like an indestructible creativity-sucking cockroach that feeds off nostalgia and bad decisions? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're here, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. You know, I'm asking. Bye-bye.